religion, creed, gender, pregnancy, national origin, age, disability, genetic information, sexual orientation, ethnicity, political affiliation, mother tongue, citizenship, medical conditions, gender identity, marital status, military veteran status, use of illegal drugs, height, weight, socioeconomic class. It is not illegal to ask questions about those issues. And I can just bet that there are 1,000, if not 10,000 U.S. managers right now going, that was a long list. I didn't know some of those things were on the list.
So then I guess the follow-on to this whole thing is, since the question is not illegal, right, and you can't tell during the interview that you're being discriminated against,
right,
I guess you just answer the question and move on, right?
Answer it and move on, right. If you find later you didn't get the job, then you can consider whether it's worth bringing a case or complain about discrimination. But frankly, if you spend time thinking about it in the interview, you won't have a good interview. They will be saying no to you, not because of the illegal question and your bad answer to it, but rather because you just didn't have a good interview.
Yeah. And then if you think it's egregious and you've given reason for the person not to hire you, legally not hire you, if you want to do something about it, your case is not as good.
Yeah, exactly. So wrapping up, folks, boy, that was fun. People just don't know. The phrase illegal interview question, if you Google it, I'm sure you get a million hits. The phrase illegal interview, I'd be interested. I did not Google it. I'd be interested to see if you Google illegal interview question, whether or not in the top 5, and I'm just using that as a horseman rule of thumb, that the top 5 get clicked on the most, whether in the top 5 there's any indication that there's no such thing.
Good question.
That they make a distinction between the practice of discriminating against the information as opposed to the question itself. I bet you not. I bet you the popular ones are blogs or websites by people who aren't that smart saying, here's what you need to do if you get an illegal interview. In fact, we ought to Google it and find out how much bad guidance is out there. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Maybe it's good. That'd be a good thing. So look, overview. Please be careful, folks. You may not be right about what's illegal because there are no illegal interview questions. Please don't assume ill intent. This just doesn't happen that often, at least at first. You got to answer the question. Don't call them on their error. Let it go. Give them some grace, what you want from them when you stumble through an interview, but you really get the crux of the thing right, but you didn't say it very terribly well. Interview, finish the interview, close for the offer because you can't accept an offer you don't get. And then remember, there are no such thing as illegal interview questions. In the average, even the below average, mid to large size organization today, this just doesn't happen that much. Most of the discussion we hear on this subject begins with the supposition that there are illegal questions, and there aren't. The best thing you can do is not worry about that. Answer the questions, do it with gusto, be a pleasant, outgoing person who's also forgiving of other people stepping into a gray area when they don't really mean it. Don't get distracted. Get the offer, and then turn it down if you choose to. But probably if you're thinking to turn it down because of that, hopefully you'll know it takes a lot more than somebody stepping impolitely into a gray area. And we ought to forgive people for that the same way we would want it on the other side of the table.
Good. All right, my friend. Thanks. That was fun.
My pleasure, partner.
All right. We'll see you. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you here again next week. Meantime, have a great one. So long.